Okay, so I thought I'd make a quick video just to show you guys how I did this. So, ACE is 3500 watt rated generator, so I can't run any of the 50 amps because it's only 30 amp rated. But I have a adapter because the generator I'll be buying to replace this one will be a 12,000 running watts. So I can run all my 50 amp circuits, but I can't run any 50 amp circuits on this. But so that means I can run everything except the hot water heater, the stove, oven thing, and the AC unit. But I do have a window unit that runs off of 110 that I can run in the back room. But anyway, so we have the 50 amp cable connected here, and then got the generator, and then my inlet box right here. And then once we fire up the generator, you'll see this thing will light up green. So I wired this directly into here. I just need to paint this, but this will go directly into my panel box. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up here. Let's see, battery on. Start. Oh, wait, on. Alright, so now we're going to go over here. See the green light on right here? It's not flashing, that's just the way it looks on the camera. Alright, so I'm going to pause it and then we'll go over to the panel. Okay, so now that we're at the panel, now remember I have a small panel. So I put the interlock kit in right here. So this is my main breaker. This is my 50 amp breaker for the generator. So then this one is my AC handler, the AC conditioner, the compressor outside. This, I believe it says range, and so I have an oven and a stove. And then this one is going to be the dryer. I'm sorry, I'm going to drew a blank. And then over here are a bunch of my 15 amps or 20 amps in this case. This 30 amp is actually for the hot water heater. We won't be turning that on. No need to have that on. And then I've actually turned all the 50 amp breakers off. So everything's on right now. You see the power. We're still connected to the main power coming in from the power line. So all my 15 amp circuits are on. This one down here is the AC for the garage. So I'm going to go ahead and shut these off. So you see it got dark in here. That was the garage lights out. So now that I'm on this one, so then what we'll do here is kill the main power coming from the power lines. This drops down. Oh, this door's a pain. Flip this breaker on like that. Now the generator is providing power to my panel, so I can just slowly turn each of these breakers on one at a time. Skipping the water heater. Pretty soon we'll get to the garage. There's the garage lights. You can hear the generator just load up a little bit. Okay, so that's everything there. That's all of my outlets, all of my lights, my fans, and then you can see there's a little bit of flicker. Well, that's the camera rate. But if this were an inverter generator, we wouldn't have any kind of flicker, but barely any flicker. So that's 6 LED garage lights. The garage door light is on as well. So let's go inside and see what we got. So we got the kitchen light on. Here's a fan right here. I don't have the fan turned on, but I don't think this fan actually works. So we have the fan light here, and then we can go over here to this room light. That light comes on, and also real quick, you can see on my surge protector, we got 125, 126 volts, and so she bounced a little bit because, again, it's not an inverter generator, it's just a regular generator, so we're going to have a little surge here and there. And let's see what we got. Let me turn this light on over here. Yep. And so basically I have all of my lights, all of my outlets, my internet, of course, TVs, the computer, basically everything other than, you know, the AC and the washer and dryer and the stove and oven and hot water heater. So the big items. So once we get the 50 amp generator, we'll have all of that. Okay, so now that we've got that, now I've checked it's all working, so we'll go ahead and shut it all down. So I'm gonna do that is I'll just turn all of these off individually. That way I don't just throw a whole surge to the whole unit. And you can hear the generator go back up in RPM. So now all these are off. All these are off. This is important because you don't want to back feed power from the generator down the power lines in case a power line worker's working on it. So now I'm gonna turn off the breaker to the generator. Slide this back up, and we'll bring back main power from Duke Energy. And then we'll come back over here and we'll turn everything back on slowly. Probably should turn on my big ones first. This is the AC unit here. We're bringing power back up to everything. You can still hear the generator running. We'll go out there and shut her down. Turn these all back on. There's the garage. And that one. But this is nice because I can't accidentally turn the generator on. But this is, so this drops down and blocks that. Okay, so we'll go out there and we'll shut everything down. Oh, and real quick, you can see where I brought that conduit in with the cable. I used 6 gauge. I used 6 gauge wire. You don't have to on the ground. I used 6 gauge on all of it. I have it for even for the obviously the neutral, the red and the white, or the red and the black are my 50 amps. So those are all 6 gauge. The white 6 gauge, and even my earth ground, the green is even. I went ahead and did 6 gauge, but you can do 8 gauge on that. In fact, that's how the cable comes from the generator company. Well, not generator company, but the generator cable has got a 6 gauge or 8 gauge ground. All right, I wanted to show you where it came in at right there. All right, let's shut her down. Turn the battery off. So we know that she's not getting any power to the house, because I always like to just connect it first before turn on the generator, and vice versa. Shut it down first, then disconnect it. But you can see the green light is off right here. So that's basically it in a nutshell. The inlet box, I think the whole thing was like, all of these parts and everything were like $100. I mean, probably the most expensive single item, other than the generator, is the cable. They're, depending on which model you go with, they're like $100, and there's thousands and thousands of choices to go with. So anyway, just thought you guys like to see that, and that little generator just powering the whole house, other than the main stuff. But you could definitely get by with some ceiling fans and some fans that are moving the air around. Plus, like I said, we have that the one window unit that's in our back bedroom. But this guy here is going to take, I think I calculated, around 5,000 watts. And I don't care whether we have a hot water heater or your worst case scenario, you could shut the AC off, and then the hot water heater will take I think around about 4,500 watts. So that's 9,000 watts just between 2 main items. And the hot water heater, again, that's probably going to come on and off. It's not going to be always on and off. What I've read and seen and heard is that you probably should have the AC turned way low to where it stays on as much as possible, so that it doesn't keep surging the generator, even the big ones. So anyway, all right guys, thanks for watching. Bye.